Let's just get into a comfortable seat, hopefully up on a bolster maybe. And we want to drop the pubic bone down. So we feel that lower back come in a little bit. Just get that action, feel around in there, get that pelvis aligned. And then in the front body, we're going to engage gently the scooping up the lower belly and pulling in the ribs. So we feel the area around the kidneys kind of expand a bit, so blossoming your kidneys. And then across the shoulders, arm bones draw back and down. And just take a few breaths here. So welcome again to the Summer of Love series. I really like calling it that because I like focusing on love. It's a good thing. So this is our self-love practice, dropping in and creating this really comfortable, nurturing relationship with our precious human body, acknowledging and cherishing our breath. That is which brings life into us and allows us to increase our energy, expand it, and also to calm it down and bring it in. And to allow our mind to take a rest, let the busy mind, the thinking mind, that neocortex kind of drop to the background of our awareness. Don't expect thoughts to cease, but just move them to the background as if they belong to someone else. And draw your attention right here into the present moment so we can awaken to that higher mind, our wisdom mind, that inner wise woman that knows so well what's just right for us. And we want to let that be our guidance for the day. We can also focus in on the heart center where she lives. So that beautiful heart-mind connection. And just really listening with intent so that we can be guided in ways that serve us in this practice. And that's what really I feel like the formal yoga practice brings us, is in right relationship with ourselves. We can let go of distraction and disturbances, and we can remember our own divine spirit. So let's drop in and whatever sparks your interest in all of those layers of your being, come inside and connect. Begin to invite the breath into a slow, deep, rhythmic pace. Allow a sense of expansion with your inhalation. Think of expanding to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, acknowledging all those directions. And with each exhalation, we connect. Firstly, as we exhale, anchoring into our roots. Right now, as we sit into the sitting bones, relaxing the weight of the legs, sinking into the earth. And from that grounded sensation on your next exhalation, we also can feel the inner body engage. So we pull our outer body towards the inner body and let that energy rise up. So we are expanding towards the heavens, perched between the earth and the sky, in a state of stability. So again, as we inhale, the inner body expands in all directions. Outer body softens a bit. Notice any places you might be holding on unnecessarily. And then with each of your exhalations, again, affirming that sense of connection to your central channel, your axis mundi, that which connects earth and heaven. And feel that inner strength. Open to receive on the inhalation. And then feel your own inner strength on your exhalation. Allow your ears to soften to the sound of your breath. and listen to that inner wise woman as she guides you in your practice today. A few more breaths here, enjoying the opportunity to quiet down, look within, feel what's most real. And be aware of your own intention for this practice today. What inspired you to come into this place and time? With your next exhalation, let the hands come to the heart, palms together. Take a deep breath into your heart space. Pause momentarily in your fullness. Then relax the jaw with the HA ha breath exhale. Pause empty. Let's do that twice more at your own pace. Expanding in all directions, open to receive. And then hug into your core as you sink into the earth and reach to the sky. Let the lips touch softly. Relax the root of your tongue. Keep the breath flowing through the nostrils. But anytime you feel you want to release a little bit more, when we exhale out the back of the throat with that HA ha breath, it's very relaxing to the nervous system. It immediately releases stimulates a vagus nerve which puts us into relaxation response. Release the hands, open your eyes. And I learned something new this week, and I went to an amazing workshop on Sunday, of which I think I'm diving into yet another intensive training on the breath. And so, big commitment of time and energy and finances, but I just feel like it's something that's going to take us a little deeper. What I learned about the vagus nerve was this other way of stimulating the vagus nerve. It doesn't look pretty, but it feels good. You're going to take your tongue and you're going to outline the inner lips all the way around 3 times in one direction and then the other. So it looks like this. All the way around. Breathing at the same time and then the other way. Pushing on those cheeks. And then relax. Who knew? Isn't that amazing? So by stimulating those areas around the mouth and all those things, we have a lot of neural pathways here, a lot of sensory motor neurons that pick up all the information, sensory neurons from our world. And so by doing that, right, our mouth, our hands, and our genitals have the most sensory neurons, so we pick up. This is why children put everything in their mouth to learn about the world. So remember that when you're feeling a little bit out of sorts. Give yourself a little inner lip massage. Okay. And then from here, we're going to grab the front of the legs so you can hold on and pull back so your elbows bend a little bit and your chest comes up, keeping your chin level, and then drop back down. And then pull forward. We've done this together before if you've been doing this with me. And we're just going to lift and drop. Now, we're not going back to cat. So that's not what's happening. You're coming to neutral and then a little extension. Feel your shoulder blades come into your back and then drop back down at your solar plexus. So let's do this in a pace that's comfortable for you. I'll set a pace. You can join me or change your own and breathe in and out through the nose. So it's like this. Keep going. So we're learning how to let the shoulder blades lift the heart. It's also very stimulating. It's meant to awaken the inner body and get that prana flowing. Prime the pump, a little kundalini breath practice. You can close your eyes, and we're going to do this about another minute. So keep it going. Of course, you go a little slower or a little faster. And make it easy. You're not forcing anything. You're awakening in the upper body, in the thorax, and you're really focusing on the quality of your breath. Now take a deep breath in. Pause your breath, torso back to neutral. And slowly exhale. And just breathe naturally. All right, one more activating breath. Take your hands, put your fingers down, and your thumbs are going to clip right over your shoulders. Bring your fingertips down in front of your shoulder. And then turning to your left, so I'm not going to mirror you right now. Turning to your left, you're going to take a breath in to stimulate the right hemisphere of the brain, the feminine aspects of our being. And then you're going to turn to the other side to your right and exhale the masculine aspects of our being. Okay, we're going to open to softness. So it's in, out, in, out. Now here's some choices as you continue. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Or you could breathe just through the nose. You could also leave your head forward if you tend to get dizzy and you want your eyes open. You can just close your eyes and let your head turn with your torso. You could slow down the pace if you want, or you could speed it up. So feel what's happening internally as you turn around your central axis. Yes, you're stimulating the spinal column and all the glands and organs within your torso. And we want to focus on the breath. Let's moving that breath strongly in and out of your body. Keep the shoulders soft. There's a little swing from the arms. Relax in the neck. Churning the inner body. Stay present. Feel all the feels. Refine the process. Where can you release unnecessary effort while maintaining that strong alignment of neutral spine from earth to sky? Just a little bit longer. All right, deep breath in at center. Take your arms overhead. And then exhale and release the arms. And feel the energy you've awakened. Take the arms up and drop them down. Just another little, we're not going to do this one as long. We just want to think of dropping away any weight that's on our shoulders. Let it go. So any of these pranayams are wonderful to insert into your day if you need to shift your energy. 3 more. Then bring it up, hold, relax. Shake it out. All right, let's bring the legs forward and turn the toes around a bit. My feet might be cut off. I'm not sure. Move back a little. Circle the ankles. Shake them out a little. Okay, I'm going to come off my bolster because it feels better to me when I do these next movements, but you can decide what you want. And I'm also going to turn sideways a little bit to show the alignment. So when we come into Dandasana, the staff pose, straight legs, feet activated, and hip to shoulder width apart, hands behind, lifting the back. Lean back a little if you need to, because if this is 90 degrees, it might be harder. Or you can also lift the knees, which shortens the hamstrings, and that might also let you come up a little bit more. Neutral alignment in the spine, okay? And then the traditional pose, the full expression is hands next to the hips, lifting up and legs straight. But we work towards that, getting those hamstrings loosened up. So maybe lean back a bit. And then we're going to take it from neutral into extension. So lift the arm bones up, squeeze the shoulder blades, arch the back, adjust the hands according to your support. Chin is down at first. And then again, we're going to circle the feet right here as we hold that spine in extension, opening the chest. Other direction with the feet. Get those ankles going again. And then spread the toes. Anchor the back of the heels so that there's a little bit of a lift right below the knee, so we're not locking the knees. And then squeeze the quadriceps. And from here, if you have no neck injuries, open the throat. You could just open a little bit, or you can let your head go all the way back, what feels comfortable to you. And take some nice deep breaths, allowing the front body to lengthen and the back body to compress. Squeeze the back of the spine and open the chest and belly. Take another full deep breath in. If your head is back, leave it there as you rotate your pelvis. Scoop up your belly, bring your ribs around, and then your head will follow. There's your rounded position. And then we'll return to neutral, okay? Then we're gonna take a leg out, hold the knee and the heel, open up the hip joint. And as you're doing this, notice what's happening in your spine. You want to keep your chest really lifted. So pull back on your leg to help open the chest. We don't want to slump back. We want to stay nice and open through the front line. Okay. And then we're going to take this leg and put it down, putting your foot against the opposite leg, anywhere between the knee and the hip. Now I'm a little tighter for myself on this knee, because I've done a lot of things with this knee over the years. So I'm going to give it a little more support since it doesn't go all the way down. It's getting there, but I'm going to give it some support. You might want to also. And then we turn our pelvis towards the straight leg for now, okay? Anchor down. This is where you might still want something underneath your hips to get the pelvis round. And we'll take our arms overhead, lift up, lengthen, and then releasing the hands. I think we did this last week, and pull forward until you feel that gentle but definitely awakening stretch on the back of the leg, and then pull your chin to your throat and round your spine. With inhalation, reverse it. Lift up, find neutral, and come all the way up. So I think this is a great way of feeling how we adjust our spine in each form. So we're aware of our alignment, and hopefully that translates into your everyday life. So up into neutral, and then stay neutral as we hinge at the pelvis, and then moving into flexion. Inhale, lift to neutral. Exhale, and then to flexion. Now let's stay here, take deep breaths. Let's do 5 deep breaths, and you could adjust your hands. Maybe you might reach the hands further down, Flare the elbows. Turn your torso to square off over the leg and full deep breath into your back body. Exhale through the nose and the mouth. Full deep breath in. Feel the side body expand. Exhale through the nose and the mouth. Deep breath in, filling the lungs. Pour it all out. Move into your stretch point. One more full deep breath in and out. Hands supporting you. Inhale all the way up. Take the arms overhead and release them down. Now you're going to turn open and bring this leg open a little bit more. So you've got this spaciousness in your hips. Okay. And then turn towards the bent knee. And we're going down. I'm going to just block out of the way. You can even put it behind the leg and turn open the torso. And then we're going to lean towards the leg and take this back arm overhead. Right? And then reverse it. Come all the way up. And release a little. Feel the opening. Inhale over. And then plant that back hip as you come back up. Let it pull you up. And again, in. So as we move in and out of the form, we pay attention to how we're moving our body, not just going into a position, but noticing how we're getting there and how we're releasing. And that again translates into our everyday life. So how are we moving through life? What's our transitions? Let's pause this time. You could choose to bring your hand to your head or maybe your hand to your shoulder, depending on how that shoulder's feeling. And then we're really turning. This is where you could use the block and put your elbow on the block and open. Okay. Or if you got it in the side body, one of my favorite openers is side body. And then as you open the side of the torso, notice what's happening in the neck. You could look forward and drop the head and let the side of the neck get some opening. If you're looking up a little bit, that's going to be strengthening on the neck. And if you look down, we're just going to let that neck relax. Called Parivrtta Janushirshasana, so revolved forward fold. Reaching into the side body for 3 more breaths. Deep breath in. Fill the side ribs, especially that top rib. Let it all go. Squeeze it out. Be purposeful with your breath. One more deep breath in. Move into sensation. And then go ahead and turn the gaze down if it's not already. Let the top arm release and slowly come up. Oh, it's a lot of opening, right? And then we're going to keep turning. Just grab the opposite knee with a hand. Keep your pelvis grounded. Turn from your belly, ribs, chest, and your gaze. And then as you inhale, unwind a little bit and get really tall. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release a little. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. So keeping that spine nice and tall. Squeeze into it. Know that you're compressing the discs evenly. It's a wonderful little opportunity for them then to plump up after we let go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're still breathing continuously, evenly, comfortably, deeply. And then unwind. Okay, straighten that leg out. Come back into Dandasana, hands behind. Activate the legs, lift the heart, chin to throat at first, really are coming open into extension. Option is to come down on the elbows this time. Press into the elbows, lift the heart, and leave the chin right into the throat. Or if there's no neck issues, let the head drop back. And breathe. So choose your head position and then refine your alignment, keeping the legs activated
And think of moving your pubic bone away from your navel. So you're lifting from the lower spine, the lower back, lifting the kidney area, lifting the heart, opening the throat or chin to throat, either way, and 3 more breaths here. So a little bit of a modified fish pose, which we'll get to. And then without bringing the head up, so we don't want to have to lift the head from way back there. You want to rotate the pelvis, bring the chest, and then the head easily comes around, right? And we pull up. Okay, I'm going to turn around just for demonstration purposes. And we're going to bring this other leg up. Hold the knee, hold the heel, chest is wide open, and rock the baby. I've been teaching yoga to a family with a 5-week-old. They're my landmates, my neighbors, my new family here. And that's been so fun. So I teach them yoga as I bounce the baby around. Rock the baby, literally. So fun. He's my youngest student ever, 5 weeks old. We actually started last week, so 4 weeks old. Or no, wait a minute. He's older than that now. Now he's 8 weeks. I think we started at 4 weeks. All right. Just a little story. All right, we're going to take the foot to the inside. Now, look how different my leg is on this side. You might notice that you have a lot of difference too. Okay, so I keep looking over at another camera that I've got here. So you want to notice the difference, and that's okay. Our body is not created equally right to left. So we're going to turn. We do want to come around so this bent knee hip is coming forward. So we're squaring the hips to the short end of the mat. Take the arms overhead. Lengthen, open. Take a deep breath in, and then let the hands come down. So we're hinging from the pelvis. And then once you found that resistance, then let the spine round. Reverse, come back to neutral. And repeat. So we're warming up, checking in. What I find is as I do this repetition of in and out of the pose, which was really taught by Sri TKV Desikachar, one of my favorite teachers, is coming in and out of these forms so that we're very much aware of our alignment. Plus, we're warming up the body. We're letting our body know where we're taking it. And you might find for yourself that you can go a little bit deeper with more repetition. One more time, up and down. I don't remember how many times we did it on the other side. It doesn't matter. So we're going to come down, round over, and feel the stretch. Now, where you feel it also will be different for everyone. But of course, back body is lengthening. So take deep breath into your side ribs. Exhale, refine the form with stability. Deep breath into your back body. And then exhale, where can you let go? Deep breath in. Enjoy the form. Again, deep breath in and out. Hands come under your shoulders. Inhale, lifting yourself up. Line, and then we're going to open the pelvis up, open the hips, pull this leg back, turn around. So you're turning away from the straight leg. Feel what happens around the waistline. And then look over, and we're going to let that side bend happen. So we're curving the spine. Okay? Let this top arm come up, and then bring it back down. So over to this side, we turn away from the straight leg, look up, and back down. And again. This next time we'll hold it. So we're going down, rounding or curving to the side lateral. Keep this back hip grounded
and then choose fingertips to the shoulder, fingertips to the head. That's kind of nice because you can press your head back into your hand and really open the shoulder girdle or reach overhead. Right? And then maybe the elbow comes to the floor. Maybe you come up here and you just keep your elbow on your leg. Notice how that feels. Okay, so don't overdo. I just love this pose. I could not do this at all. This was the pose that inspired my yoga from the very beginning. This was the very first pose I couldn't do. My body was super tight like this. I couldn't even open to the side. And I thought, oh my gosh, I need to do this. And so that started my journey. Just those little awakenings that prompt us to continue exploration. So recognize what you're finding out today in your own exploration. Maybe turn the head down if the neck is tired. Take another breath or two. Release the top arm. You can take it either way. And then curl yourself up out of there. Feel all the stimulation along the side body, and then we're going to twist it. So you turn and you come around. Now, that back hip might want to come up. So see if you can keep it grounded. Level pelvis means level spine. So you're turning around, belly, feel the rib cage come around, and keep the chest open. Make sure this front shoulder's back, and then feel into the neck. Give it a little twist, and your eyes as well. Twist your eyes around. As you inhale, you could soften a little. Exhale, squeeze. Juicing the joints of the spine. And then release. Okay. So come around. Now, this will be a little different today. Kind of just want to mix things up. Excuse me, I have to move my little mic situation. And we're going to place the feet firmly, hold the shins, lift the heart, find that lift of the spine, lean back a little bit, leaning into your shoulder blades, how they hold the heart up, and then bring your toes back a little more. Tone the belly, squeeze the buttocks. That's always kind of gets forgotten. I have to remind myself to squeeze those glutes. It really helps. Pull in on the lower back so there's no back discomfort. Take the hands to the back of the thighs, flare the elbows, and find your balance on your sacrum. Breathe deeply and evenly. Activate the toes. Flex the ankles. Bring the feet up so the shin bones are parallel to the earth. Tone again, the buttocks, lift the pelvic floor, check in with your core conditioning, what's happening in the central axis of your spine. Maybe straighten the legs by squeezing the quadriceps, maybe not. So find what feels good, and then bring the arm bones out and reach them out as you plug your arm bones into your shoulder socket, okay? And breathe. So this is called Navasana, boat pose. Find your way in at whatever level feels good to you. Find that balance, and you want to be feeling this in your front body and your glutes. And of course, your thoracic spine is strengthened as well, lifting your heart. Okay, but don't feel it in your lower back. You want to have that be at ease. Okay, so your boat, you could be on some waves. Put your oars out. Let's take 3 more breaths. And if you need to come up and down, that's okay too. And then slowly lower, bring it up, and just circle the belly around. Just to release the effort of that. Now we're going to use those very same core muscles to get us to the floor. Anchor the feet, arms out like the oars, or hold the back of the legs. But this time we're going to round the back and come down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae and land the head. Step your feet up so that they're shoulder width apart. Press your arm bones down And what you're going to feel is that the top of your arm bone, your shoulder, is pressing into the earth as equally with your feet. So those four corners are grounded, both feet, both shoulders, and also the back of your head. Okay, anchor down, and let's use the spinal muscles to lift the spine and then lower it back down. And you're going to touch probably more on your sacrum, and there's still a little bit of an arch in your back because you're working your spinal muscles. So lift it up and bring it down. And lift it up. So with the breath, again, refining the movement, coming into bridge. So many times it's leading with the pelvis, but we're actually leading with the heart. All the way up, back down. This is excellent strengthener for the spinal muscles. And then we're going to come up and hold that inversion, lift and open the chest. You can either grab the mat and pull out and walk your shoulders blades even closer together, drawing the chest to the chin, not the chin to the chest. Just press the head back a little. Good strengthener for the neck. If you're open enough, you can interlace your fingers and push down into your elbows, again, lifting the chest. Okay, and just check and see. You don't want to be pushing hard through your pubic bone. So soften, think of softening at the groin. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Really purposeful, deep, full breaths. Receive the benefits of this form. Feel what's happening internally. One more deep breath in and out, pressing into the heels. Okay. Release the hands if they're interlocked. Just touch down as you did before. We're going to come back up again. Draw it up. Now really push into one foot. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way into the leg. Press into the arms. Bring the other leg off. Put the ankle on the knee. Let the knee open. And then we're going to pulsate. 1, 2, 3. You could do robot arms if that helps, or grab the mat. Three more. And then squeeze it up, just for fun if you want. You can bring the leg up and press it to the sky. And then reach it out and step on it. And then roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. We have another side to do, but we're going to release first. Bring the knees in. One more little squeeze to stretch the back. And then plant. So again, we want to feel those spinal muscles supporting us, along with the glutes a little bit. Anchor the arms, anchor the feet. Let your breath go. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, plug in that other foot. Activate the leg all the way into the glute. Keep it strong. Take the leg up, cross, and then awaken those hips. We're going to hold it up, squeeze, stay here, release, or if you're up for it, bring the leg in and maybe push, 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 push to the sky. Feel the spinal muscles awakening, the hips awakening. Oh, we're so awake. Oh, yeah, let's take the leg out all the way like this, or just step down. Listen to your inner wise woman for your options, and then roll down. Okay, now you can bring the knees into the chest. And then we're going to go into our fish pose. What is that word? I think it's, remember it in Sanskrit right now. It'll come to me. Spread the toes, anchor the heels, rotate the pelvis, and then you're going to bring your elbows to the side, and pushing into your elbows, lift your chest. Okay? And then from here, we're going to press the back of the head. And that might be what you do right here. This may be your fish. I'm going to show you the next option. You might want to watch first before you go into this. You don't really want to turn your head when you're in this position. So I'm going to lift and put the top more towards the top of my head on the floor. Now this is a lot of extension in the cervical spine, which is actually very good for the cervical spine as long as there's no injury. Okay, if you have a history of some imbalance, you'd be paying attention to that. This way the shoulder blades come together, and then you can bring your little fishy fin right up here on your chest. If you want, you can pull your heels together and turn your toes out like a fishtail and breathe. Very stimulating for the thyroid, parathyroid glands. You can get that throat stretched open. Think of bringing your lower lip over your top lip. Stretch the neck. Three more breaths. If you'd like, bring the arms overhead. I'm bringing my heels away from each other as well. And then bring the arms back down. Gently slide back on your neck if you did that little tilt. And then very gently roll the head side to side. Bring the head to center. Relax, take a few breaths, feel what you've awakened. And then slide the feet up, feet to the floor. We're going to roll over to one side and come up and come all the way around onto hands and knees. Okay, hands are forward of the shoulders, hips are directly over the knees. Let's curl the toes under and pressing into the feet, lengthen the front line of the body. Here we are again doing little flexion extension. And then round, squeeze the front body. Just do this very fluidly with your breath. Let your weight shift a little. Be creative here. Explore. Go back a little further each time you exhale. And then as you inhale, you can come further forward, up towards an up dog. Then lift to cat, back towards child. So just play with this back and forth action. Notice where your body wants to go. Move with your breath. Meet me in up dog. Arms are strong, chest is open. And then from here, we're going to lift the bottom, come off the knees, a little bit of an extension of the spine at first, really lifting the head and heart, pulling length into the front line of the body. Feel your shoulder blades strong on your back. Keep the knees bent, lift your bottom up like you're a white-tailed deer, get your tail up. Then we're going to bring it to neutral. So head between the arms, push into the arms to lengthen the side body and strengthen at your solar plexus. As you exhale, hug the belly and the front ribs in and breathe. Now you might need to keep the knees bent to keep the bottom up. Let's go ahead and pedal the feet a little. Say hello to our calf muscles. And then both heels down as long as your sitting bones stay up. 3 breaths. Let that side body expand with your breath all the way down to the lowest ribs. Then lower the knees. Open the heart. Come back. Look at your hands. Push the heel of the hand up. Lift the armpits and drop the head. The arms stay lifted, releasing the wrist joints, scooping up the front body. Now plant the hands and come up. Looking at your hands, you're going to turn
your thumbs to the tips of your thumbs to face each other like that, like a diamond. Okay. So turn the hands in. Option to stay on the knees. And then you're going to do these little elbows out kind of push-ups. That's one option. The other option is to go into downward dog and do the same thing. So just little pushes. Meanwhile, you're going to keep your spine as neutral as you can. Okay. And just give your arms a little opportunity. So you might be on the knees. That's okay too. A little dunking here. Feel it in the arms. Just do a few more, 10 of these. Push the earth away. So think of having to push out of something. Push away. Push away, slowly lower. Last one. Push away. Come down. Okay, you're going to come back and roll your spine up so you're standing on your shins. All right, interlace your fingers. Keep your elbows in, take your wrists out, and then roll the wrists like that. Like that feels good. Roll them out. Good. Shake them out. I'm going to bring the hands around to the hips. Anchor down through the pelvis. Lengthen up through the spine. Then if you want, bring your hands to the sacrum. Open the chest. Now this is similar to what we did on the floor, on our backs. So the same thing, we're starting to lift and open the chest. Chin down at first. You might bring your hands down more towards your glutes. You could also choose to have your toes curled under and just start to arch by really lifting. Imagine this expansion from your heart going up so you don't collapse. A lot of people do this with their chest collapse and it's all in the legs. We aren't going to go into the legs, but let's keep the spine open in the front line. Squeeze the glutes and then lean back just enough to feel it in your quadriceps. Chin down. Keep that tight. Some of you, I have super long arms, so this is a little easier for me. You could keep it on the thighs. If you feel your heels, that's fine. Squeeze the back body. So wherever your hands are, everybody's getting that nice back body squeeze. And of course, the last option, which we've done several times today, is to open the throat. Let's take 3 breaths in the position of your choice. Then if the head is back, avoid lifting the head. Let it follow the rest of the spine as you bring it around. Okay. Okay, we're going to dunk in a little bit the opposite way, rounding. Okay, scooping, placing the top of the head on the floor as close to the knees as you can get. Option on the arms. Grab underneath the shins and flare your elbows. Option 2, if your arms are long enough, grab your feet, flare your elbows. Now you're really moving your hips away from your heels. Feel that opening across the backside. Rabbit pose. Enjoy your breath. Last breath. Place your hands on the floor. Keep your chin to your throat as you're coming up. Step yourself out into tabletop. Then lift the heart and let the head follow. There you go. Okay. Take your hands outside the mat, off the mat, nice and wide. And then you're going to bring your weight forward. So your chest, notice where your chest is, your heart is, line it up with your thumbs. Okay. Toes can be tucked or down, or maybe even come off the floor. You're just going to come halfway down and back up. So it's tugging, lift up the belly, open the heart, halfway down and back up. That's it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, of course, if you're super strong, you can do this from the knees or the toes. It takes a lot more to do it this way. I'm not even super strong. I really feel this. Inhale, although I think I'm stronger than I look. And I don't tend to build muscle. That's called a vata body. So a little bit more wiry. But, let's just see what we can do today. I want to keep the strength in the bones of the arms and in the muscles. Almost done. Get that resistance. Push away from the ground. Last time. Now this time we're going to come all the way down. Chest lands. Lengthen out the legs. Bring the feet shoulder width apart. And take the arms back and release the wrist joints. Forehead on the floor. Interlace your fingers on your back. Okay, if you can, squeeze the shoulder blades. Anchor the toes. Anchor the knees. Anchor the pelvis. And then rise up. Elbows bent. Rather than locking the elbows out, let's keep them bent. And lift. And lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now this time we hold. Let the hands come apart, palms face down. Raise up, maybe squeeze the legs and hips and bring the feet up. Make sure that feels safe on your back. Hovering above the earth in Salambasana, locust pose. So you're a flying insect. One more breath. Bring the hands next to the heart. Drop the feet and peel yourself up off the floor. Come to all fours. Feel inside and notice where you want to go, child or downward dog. So take that pose and breathe. 3 full deep breaths. Child or down dog, whatever feels like a relaxing pose to you. Then everybody meet at the knees again. Okay, we're going to walk back to stand on the knees. I'm going to turn around, face you this time. Okay, so we're on our knees. Hopefully that feels okay. You might put a blanket under your knees. Okay, we're going to pull back from the thighs. Fingertips to the floor. Okay, and then take one leg out. Kick it out to the side. And you want your foot to be grounded, so adjust the ankle so you can get the 4 corners of your feet on the ground. Okay, and then look at the knee you're kneeling on. Let's go ahead and feel this. In fact, I'm going to change my mind on this. Let's turn the toes away at first. And then, hope you can see under here, going to let the knee bend and feel into those inner thighs. And then come back up and pull the toe up. And then down. So you could also do this. This would be good with blocks, so you'll be able to see better. Go side to side. If it bothers your knee, have a blanket under your knee. So drop in. Toes up, awakens the back of the leg. And then you want to come up and get the hip directly over the knee, okay? Now turn that other foot of the straight leg and ground it, okay? And then push down to lift up. So you're standing on your leg. It's called gate pose. We're just going to slide down. Another side opener today. Put your hand on your hip. Feel that opening. Then choose to put the fingertips on the shoulder or the head. Okay, watch what we did on the floor. Or reach over. Now, if you turn slightly, you could go down the leg a little bit more. Okay, we're not turning all the way though, keeping that side body open. Deep breaths, changing the position of the arms so the shoulders happy. Feel into that. Close the eyes. Feel into all parts of your being. And then we're going to slowly come up. Bring the arms out wide. And then move down to the floor. Just touch and come back up. And then twist towards the straight leg. And then unwind.
touch, almost fell over, and come up and twist. So we're working deep into the oblique muscles. We're gonna go to the side. Feel your side body brings you up, and then twist and open, touch, up. A little dance. One more time. Touch. And this time we're going to go to the side and stay and actually lean on it. I'm moving this straight leg up a little more and just stretch that top side. Maybe look up and open the heart more. And to come out of this pose, we're going to bring the top arm down and walk back around on the floor, on the bricks. Bring that leg in. Okay. From here, hands on floor, bricks. You're going to curl your toes under and then pop your knees off the floor and just stretch the back side. And this is just to give your knee a break. So just drop back, maybe bring your hands to your body or leave them on the floor of the bricks and breathe. I know I give a lot of options in the practice, and the reason I do is I really want you to make sure that this is a practice that you do for yourself. We're here together practicing, doing similar things, and the most important aspect of the practice is individualizing it for your needs, finding out what you can do and what you need to maybe protect yourself. Let's take it down onto the knees. So our yoga is therapeutic, okay? Healing. Now we're going to switch. So take the hips back, take the leg out. Oh, actually, we're going to turn the toes first. Remember, let the knee bend. Feel into what's happening in the inner thighs. Back to center, bring the toes up. So play with that, in and out of the form with your breath. Okay, we're going to stay up this time. Anchor the foot. Press down to lift up. Okay. Take the hand down the straight leg and start to round the spine to the side, lateral flexion. Okay. Be aware, of course, of what we're doing with the neck. And then choose your hand position. Shoulder, head, or overhead. And then adjust, breathe, and as you hold the pose, bring your breath into that priority seat. And breathe into all those sensations. One more breath. Let your inhalation bring you up. Okay, take the arms out. And we're going to touch down. Just touch, bring it back up, and then twist. Open, touch down, bring it up, and twist. Open, touch down. Last one. Open. Now touch down and then reach it over and stretch the side. Now this time we're going to bring the bottom leg around, bring the hand to the floor, and return to all fours. I'm going to move my blocks out of the way. Okay. Take both knees off the floor, bend your knees a lot, and push back. Okay. And then just pedal the feet. I'm a hunched up little dog here.
Will we get off the ground today? No, we're going to stay down.
So let's walk the hands over to the left and bring the right leg forward and then walk back in. Maybe take the hand on the outside. Option, of course, is to bring the blocks in front. And then pull your tailbone in and lift your head and your heart. So now you feel the back body awaken. We've done a lot to wake that up today. Feel it opening through the hips. And then we're going to pull back, round the spine, and bring these toes up, okay, to lengthen in the back of the leg. So let's do that back and forth. Inhale and exhale. This time I'm going to change my blocks to a higher setting. So as I inhale, I can lift even further. So you might try that. Exhale. Yeah. Make it count. In. As you come back, look between your legs and notice what's happening on that back foot. Make sure it's not sickled in. Lengthen the inner edge of the foot or curl the toes under. It's actually easier on your kneecap if your toenails are down. This time we're going to hold it. Tone the belly. Lift the spine away from the thigh. And if you want to, take the arms up, side body long, and a little bit of an arch. Open the throat. So notice how this pose is informed by all the other practice poses we've put in our practice today. One more deep breath in. Come to neutral. Reach over to the opposite leg and then twist and breathe. Stay right here, or option to open the back arm. Bring your shoulder into awakening. Breathe. Option, bring the front elbow to the knee and bring the hands together. Sorry, I'll show you on the other side. Hands in Anjali Mudra and twist. So find your way to the form that's just right for you. And then 3 deep breaths into your choice. Turning the gaze to the ground, take the hands to the floor of the blocks. And this time we're going to reach our front foot back just about 6 inches. And then back toes under, lift up, stand up. Oh my gosh, we're almost standing. We're just going to come up halfway. Squeeze the knees with the inside as well as your hands. Open those up. Feel the length in the backside and then scooping the belly as you fold forward. Put your hands on the bricks again. Soften the knees. This time take the opposite leg back so you can lunge on this side. Okay. Align, knee over ankle. Take it back, toes come up, round over. Check that back foot. Okay, lengthen the inner edge and then come forward and open. Maybe adjust the hands under the shoulders. That allows the chest to open more. Breathe your way back and forth. All right, last time, take it back. Anchor into the earth, hug your legs towards each other, rise up. And take the arms either in cactus, if that feels better for you. Find what works in your shoulders. Turn the biceps towards the ears. Lift and lengthen and open to your contentment. To say this is one of my favorite poses. Really opening, so opening. Let's release the arms down and twist. Take the opposite hand. So first we're upright, try and get neutral in your spine. Okay. Open the arm. Open the heart. Slide the elbow down. Anjali Mudra, perhaps. And breathe. Back out if it's too much. You can always change your mind. It's the beauty of it. The wisdom mind, right? Guiding you in your practice, guiding you in your life. Then looking down, unwind. This time we're going to step back, move the blocks, come around onto your hips. Stretch your legs out, rub those knees again. All right. Coming into come a little bit towards the end of your mat. And just like we did before, coming down with the strength of your core, or give yourself support, tuck and roll. Come all the way down, step your feet up. Open up the arms. Move your props out of the way. And then let's take both knees to the right, keeping your feet shoulder width apart. Turn your head to the side. Sink the weight of your body. Feel how that opens. A little bit of a twist. Shoulders relaxed. Jaw relaxed. And then roll your head to center. See just the top knee come up. Let there be a big stretch in the inner thighs. And then slowly continue to the other side. Roll your head opposite the knees. Now I had to really pull my shoulder down because it was kind of hunched to my ear. Check that out. You want to take the shoulder blades down your back. Breathe into the spine and let go. Head comes to center. Top leg up. Super slow rotation to the other side. Let all your breath go. Ooh, a lot of adjustment in my spine. Hopefully you get a few of those too. Let's go side to side. Checking in, noticing all the action you've created in your body today to awaken, restore strength and mobility. Acknowledge all that you can do and what you can take with you into the day so that we're living our yoga. When you're ready, come into the very center. Draw your arms a little lower. Arrange your head and shoulders comfortably. Stretch your legs out. Use a bolster under your knees if you need to. Let's absorb all the benefits of the effort we've put forth. Let your whole body be supported by the earth. Sink into the earth. Appreciate her. Recognize the alignment you have in rhythm with nature. So the practice today was dynamic, and yet it done in a way, especially with that full deep breath, to just keep the nervous system relaxed, which keeps your body chilled out in the heat of summer. So you can be active and relaxed simultaneously. Soften the surface of your skin. Feel the energy flowing through you. What does energy feel like? A pulsation, a warmth, lava lamp, a wave? What does energy feel like to you? Envision all the rivers and streams within your precious human body, wide open, flowing freely. And let your attention flow from the tips of your toes as you inhale, up the front line of the legs, noticing the legs, into the belly, up to the chest, throat, over your face. And then exhale and relax down your backside. Relax your neck, shoulders, shoulder blades, kidneys, lower back, hips, all the way down the length of your legs to your heels. Just take a few circular breaths that way, breathing up through the front line of your body, down the back line. And then in your next breath or two, just let go and watch where your breath goes on its own. Just let your body breathe itself. Let the breath naturally rise and fall. Rest and receive the goodness that you've created. In your next few breaths, allow your awareness to move from your body to the surface of your skin, to the air on your skin. Imagine your environment that you're in, the space you're occupying in your room, perhaps sometimes outside. Just feel yourself in the environment. Expand your awareness outwardly to include all that surrounds you while remaining connected to all that's within you. On your next breath, let your arms reach overhead along the floor. Stretch your feet and your hands in opposite direction. Lengthen everything in between. When you're ready, place your feet on the floor, roll onto your side, placing your arm under your head. Be comfortable. And then staying connected to your breath, use your arms for support to breathe your way up to a comfortable seat. Come back to where we started. Feel the effects of your practice. Place your palms at your heart. Seal in all that will serve you and those around you. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy this day, and may we all be a benefit to the web of life. Namaste again, and I look forward to having you return.